According to a major new report from Public Citizen, Donald Trump's so-called free speech platform Truth Social is in fact shadow banning people and censoring content that is either unflattering for the former president or mentions issues that, of course, Republicans are not exactly fans of, like supporting abortion. This report, again put together by the good folks over at Public Citizen, has found that they are in fact being shadow banned, users on Truth Social, when they talk about these issues. If you talk about the January 6th insurrection in a negative light, like, hey, the insurrection was bad, you will get shadow banned. If you criticize Donald Trump, you will get shadow banned. Sometimes we've seen people get outright banned for criticizing Donald Trump. If you talk about abortion being healthcare, which is exactly one of the posts they put out there as a test, it'll get shadow banned. Which of course goes against everything we were told about Truth Social in the very beginning. Even some of those die-hard people who claim to be leftists but are actually hardcore right-wingers who said, oh, we need free speech. This is a free speech platform. No, it's not. It's free speech as long as you love Donald Trump and want to praise him all day long. If you actually want to talk about anything that actually matters in American politics, they're going to shut you down. That is what this investigation found. And to be honest, it's not surprising because we were pretty much already told from the beginning that this is how things were going to go. We learned in the early days of Truth Social that people who criticized Donald Trump were getting kicked off. We also know that even before it launched, they had in their own terms of service statements saying if you criticize the platform, right? If you get on Truth Social just to make fun of Truth Social being crappy, we're going to ban you. So they love free speech so much that you can't even criticize the platform itself without fear of being banned from that piece of garbage that Donald Trump and his team have created. It's always hypocrisy, folks. It's always coming back to hypocrisy. Again, this was created to give conservatives a free and fair voice without fear of moderators, without fear of those horrible people at Twitter who are shadow banning all the conservatives. You don't have to worry about the idiots at Facebook who are kicking conservatives off left and right, which of course isn't true either. And here they are doing the exact same thing that they accused all of the other sites of doing. But unfortunately, Truth Social, of course, is really only for the hardcore MAGA types. Are they going to care about this report? Absolutely not. Well, maybe some of them will, because some of them have also been shadow banned, and they didn't even meet any of the criteria I already talked about. They actually like Donald Trump. They weren't saying anything negative, but they've mentioned things, whether positively or negatively, like January 6th, that of course have gotten them shadow banned. They've talked about the January 6th hearings, and that's going to get you banned or suspended. There is no free speech on this platform. And you know why that is, by the way? Because they don't have to do that. There is nothing in the United States law that says a corporation has to grant you free speech, that a corporation has to allow you to say whatever the hell you want to say. The government cannot step in and tell you what you can and cannot say. Obviously, there's, some restrictions on that, loopholes, creating public danger, things like that. But, you can't defame anybody. But corporations, they don't have that limitation. If they don't like what you're saying, they can ban you. And they can do that, by the way, because of court cases that Republicans have brought over the last couple decades, taken all the way to the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court gave absolute rights to corporations, not to the individuals. So all these Republicans pissing and moaning about being shadow banned, being outright banned, being suspended, being so-called censored by social media, your party did this to you. Your party is the one that pushed the lawsuits that made corporations able to do this to you. So if you want to be mad at somebody, you're going to have to direct that anger at your own side. And if you're going to Truth Social thinking that they're an actual free speech platform, guess again. They're actually doing the things that they convinced you the other social media outlets were doing.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.